Good morning. I am Kiran Raj. Welcome to the online classes on problem solving using C. Today we will discuss about operators and expressions. Operators. What is operator? Operator is a symbol that operates on certain data type or data item. It is mainly used to perform certain mathematical or the logical operation. Because of the mathematical or the logical operation, the data or the data item can be manipulated. We have shown the simple expression where we have added 5 to the 6. So plus is used to add to operands or to constants. So 5 and 6 are the operands, and plus, which is used to manipulate the two variable or two data, is called as operator. The data items that operator act upon is called as operand. The operators, functions and constants and variables, they combine together and form expression. What we have given is simple expression, but you can have the complicated or complex expression also. There are three types of operators are present. One is unary operator, second one is binary operator, and third one is ternary operator. While coming to the unary operator, it will mainly having only one operand. So one operator is associated with the one operand. While coming to the binary operators, you are going to have the two operands. For example, when you are making the addition, subtraction, division, or comparing two elements, you are going to have two operands, right? In the ternary operators, you are going to have three operands and you are going to have two operators. We can classify the operator into 8 groups: arithmetic operators, relational operator, logical operators, assignment operators, increment and decrement operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators, and special operators. Now let us see what are they, and in today's class we will only see the first 4 operators, that is arithmetic, relational, logical and assignment operator. Arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators are mainly used to perform mathematical calculation like addition, subtraction, modulation, division and multiplication. So we have mainly around 5 operators are present. So I have listed them here: plus, minus, multiplication, division and the modulus. Let us consider one example that A is holding 10 and B is holding 20. So if A plus B is done, I will be getting the answer 30. As B, it will be minus 10, okay? Because A is 10 and B is holding 20. So A minus B will be minus 10. A into B, it will 10 into 20, it is 200. B by A, that is B is 20 divided by A, that is 10, it will give the 2. And modulus operation, that is percentage symbol, that modulus operation is used to find the remainder, okay? 20 divided by 10, what is the remainder? Remainder is 0. You can perform all the arithmetic operations on the integer operand, real operand or the mixed operands, but the modulus operation cannot be performed on the real operands or the mixed operands. Modulus operation can be only performed on the integer operands. Why? Because you will not get the proper remainder. For example, let us say that b value is 20.20 divided by 10. So I'll not get the proper remainder, right? So it cannot be performed on the real operands. So we have three types of the arithmetic operations, that is integer arithmetic, real arithmetic and mixed mode arithmetic. Integer arithmetic is that in which both the operands, that is for example here a plus b, both a and b are integer number. Real arithmetic where a and b, both the operands are real number. For example 10.0 plus 20.5, that is real. So your output will be also real only. While coming to integer, your output will be integer type, and mixed where you are going to have the operands in both integer and real number. And mixed mode arithmetic where you are going to have the operands in both real and the integer operands. Only the modulus operation cannot be performed on the real or the mixed mode arithmetic, and every other operators can be used in the real and the mixed mode arithmetic. While coming to the integer arithmetic, every operators can be used. I have included the header file, that is stdio.h, and I have opened my main function void main. So while coming to here, I have opened my function and I am doing the declaration of the variable. I am going to create three variables a, b and c, and for a and b I am initializing the values at the time of the declaration only. So I am mentioning here int a is equal to 21. That means what? I am mentioning a is of integer type and it is going to hold 21 as the value. So I am doing the declaration and the assignment or the initialization at the same time. And in the next line also, int b is equal to 10. I am doing the declaration and the initialization at the same time. And while coming to the int c, I am only doing the declaration part here because I want to store the result of the operation that I am going to do in the C. Okay. So I cannot know the answer, right? So I am only declaring the data type of the C variable. So int C, that means C is of integer type. So what is my first operation? Plus. So C is equal to A plus B. Then I want to print the result. I want to print the result. So I am going to use the printf function. Printf, what is the format of the printf? Printf, then control string followed by the argument, right? So here in the control string, what it can be, what are the values it can have, or what are the things it can have? In the control string you can have the conversion specifier, flags, field width, precision, right? And you can have the string also, right? So I have the string here, right? So string conversion specification, right? And I have the escape sequence also. So here value of the C is, then I am mentioning percentage D. What is percentage D? It is a conversion specification for what? For integer value. Slash n, what do you mean by slash n? Slash n means end of the line and you have to come to the next line. After printing of this line, you have to come to the next line. So comma C. What is C? C is an argument, right? So what you are going to print? You are going to print a C value. Value of C is here 31. Value of C is 31 will get printed and next it will come to the next line. Now A minus B. C is equal to A minus B. So value of C will get updated. So what is the value of C will be? C will be now 11. So value of C is minus 11. Again in the same manner, C is equal to A into B. So A into B, that is 21 into 10, 210 it will be. So printf, it will print value of C is percentage D, that is 210. In the same manner, I am going to have the modulus operation. Here 21 modulus 10, my remainder will be 1 and C will be having 1 here. Okay. Relational operators. Relational operators are used to compare the values of two variables. So what you are going to do? You are going to compare the value of two variables and the output will be either true or false. But in your computer, if it is true, it will be positive number or 1, and if it is false, you are going to have 0. Let us consider one example where I am going to have A, which is having 10, and B is going to have 20. So relation operators are going to compare two variables or two data. And what will be output? Output will be either true or false. In computer, 0 is representing false and 1 or positive number will represent the true. So let us see the operators. Double equal to, that is equal to and equal to. It will check whether A is equal to B. If A is equal to B, that is A is 10 and B is also 10, then only it will print true or it will have the value true. But here A is 10 and B is 20, which are not equal or which are not same, right? So it is going to have false. Not equal to. Not equal to, that means the A and B or two variables which we want to compare, they should not be equal. So A is not equal to B, right? 10 is not equal to 20. So it is true. Now greater than symbol. So it will check whether the one operand is greater than the another operand. So here I have used the one example A, right? A is greater than B. Whether A 10 is greater than 20, it is not true. That means it is going to have false. Now let's here. So it is going to check whether the first operand is lesser than the second operand. So 10 is lesser than 20, right? True. Now here lesser than or equal to. It will check whether the first operand is greater than B or equal to B. For example here, A is what? A is 10. Whether it is greater than greater than 20? No, it is not greater than 20. Now it will not stop there only, it will also check whether the 10 is equal to 20. Whether 10 is equal to 20? No, it is also not true. So it is going to print false. Now let me consider A is 10 and B is 10, and let me again check that, okay. Whether 10 is greater than 10? No. But whether 10 is equal to 10? Yes, it is 10 is equal to 10, right? So it will print true at that time. Now let me check lesser than or equal to. So 10, A is 10 and B is 20. Whether A is, that is 10 is lesser than 20? Yes, it is lesser than 20. But whether the 10 is equal to 20? No, it is not equal to 20, but still 10 is lesser than 20. So it is going to hold the value true. In this example also, I have initialized the value for the A and B at the declaration time only, and I have declared the C also, and all the variables are of integer type. So I have used int is equal to 21 and B is equal to 10, and I am comparing them. If A is double equal to B, that is if A is equal to B, then it is going to print A is equal to B. Else means if it is not true, that is if it is false, then it is going to print it is not equal. Now next time it is going to check whether the A is lesser than B. If it is not lesser than B, then it is going to print it is A is less than B, but it is not true, right? So it is going to print A is not less than B. So here also A is greater than B. Yes, it is true. So it is going to print A is greater than B. A is lesser than or equal to B. So it is going to print A is. But here what I have done, if A is lesser than or equal to B, A is 21 and B is 10, right? So it is A is not less than B and A is also not equal to B, right? So I can have one else statement here, where I can write else printf A is not less or equal to B. And in the another case I have if A is greater than or equal to B, which is true, and I can print A is either greater than or equal to B. For that also I can have the else case, where I can have else printf A is not greater than or equal to B. Here you can initialize the value for A and B during the declaration time only, or you can accept the value from your keyboard. Okay, if you want to accept the value from the keyboard, then it will be, I'll change the sentence here, I'll change the statements. Instead of initializing, I will take the value from the keyboard. Okay, printf enter value for A and B. So this will be my printf statement. So let me come to the next line. So I'll have /n and let me end the statement by the semicolon. I will do the scanf statement to take the values from the keyboard, right? So I want to have I want to accept the values for the A and B. So A and B are of integer type. So percentage D, percentage D. Okay. Closing of the quotation, comma, and A, because you want to store the values at the memory location of A and at the memory location of B. Next is logical operators. The logical operators are used to perform logical operations on the given two variables. You have three logical operators, that is logical AND, logical OR and logical NOT. Here either you can have the variable to variable, or you can have the expression also. For example, consider A is one expression and B is one expression. Okay. Before going to the logical operators, try to remember your computer organization class, how the OR and XOR and NOT were working. What is the feature of, or what is the characteristics of logical AND? When both are true, then only your output will be true. Even if one of the operand or value is false, then your output will be false, right? Same thing, same logic is applied here. So only when both the operands or only when both the expression are true, then only your output will be true. That is, if A and B are both true, then only it will be true. But here A is holding 1 and B is holding 0, so it will be false. Or what about OR? If any one of the input is true, then the output is true, right? So if any one, whether it is A or whether it is B, or whether it is first expression or whether it is second expression, they are true, then it will be true. Here in place of A, you can have the variable, you can have the expression, or you can have the condition also. And NOT is going to reverse the input, right? If it is 1, then it will be 0. If it is 0, then it will be 1. That means if it is true, then it will be printing or storing it as false, and if it is false, then it is going to make it true. Here A is true, but B is false, right? But A and B is false, right? A and B is false. But what about not of false? Not of false is true. So this is again one program I have done. So here I have initialized at the declaration time only for A and B, and I am giving the value for C also here. Now let me check that. So if condition, I have two expression or two condition, right? This is first expression and this is my second expression. Now let me check whether A is greater than B. Whether A is greater than B. A is not greater than B, right? 5 is not greater than B. What is the and even if one expression or one condition is false, then it will be false. So it is again no need of checking this one, right? Second condition or second expression, it will directly go to the else and it will print logical and condition is false. But now let me check this one. Whether A is greater than B? No. But what about B is lesser than C? B is 20 and C is 10, right? Whether it is true, because first one is false, second one is also false, so it is again going to print it is false. A is greater than B, what about that one? It is false, right? But not of false is true, so it will print logical not is true. Again, instead of this thing initializing at the declaration time, try to have the try to take the values from the keyboard. So let me do that. So I'll be trying to have the values from the keyboard now. So here I'll be taking the values for three variables, right? A and B and C. So I'll have that A, B and C. So here I should have the another specifier, right? Conversion specifier. So percentage %d, because I have to take the value for D also, sorry, C also and C. Assignment operator. Assignment operator is used to assign the values, right? So which is assignment operator? Equal to symbol is your assignment operator. So when you are assigning the values, expression of the right hand side will be solved first, then it will be assigned, that is value is assigned to the left hand side operator. For example, A is equal to B, which is right hand side is B, right? So B is solved first and B value is assigned to A. Or for example, let me have something like C is equal to A plus B. So A plus B is solved first and then the value is assigned to left hand side operand, that is C here. So C is equal to A plus B, where I am directly solving it and I am assigning the value. Or I can write it like C is equal to A, that is also where value of A is assigned to C. What I am doing here? I am assigning the expression value, right? So I am assigning the expression value. So A plus B will be solved and then it will be assigned to C. Left hand side, it need not be expression only. You can have the variable also, or you can have the constant also, or you can have the expression also, or you can have the function also, but the left hand side will be always the variable. Okay, now here I have compound assignment operator or shorthand assignment operator plus is equal to. So plus is equal to, that means C plus is equal to A. What is the meaning of this one? the meaning of this statement is equal to C is equal to C plus A. Instead of writing C is equal to C plus A, I am just going to write C plus is equal to A. While coming to the computer it will execute it will properly. First it will expand it, C is equal to C plus A. So C plus A will be solved first, then the value of C plus A is assigned to C. For example, let us consider C value is 1 and A value is 2. So C is equal to C plus A, that is C is 1 and A is 2. 1 plus 2 will be 3 and 3 will be assigned to C. Now C value is 3. Let us take another example. Minus is equal to, so let us expand this one. C is equal to C minus A. So it is again going to solve the C minus A first, then it is going to assign the value. Again take the same example where C is equal to 1 and A is equal to 2. 1 minus 2, your answer will be minus 1 and minus 1 will be returned to C there. So now new value of C will be minus 1. In the same manner, multiplication and equal to, where it will be C is equal to C into A, and division and equal to, where C is equal to C division A, C modulus A, where it is equal to C is equal to C modulus A. Again, modulus operation cannot be done on the floating point or real numbers. It can only be done on the integer numbers or the integer operands. So now what is the use? You are saving one character. Saving one character, that is your main use. So when you save one character, that means you are saving one space. So when you are saving one space, that means you are saving the execution time. So in less time it will be executed. Thank you.